It's a big pleasure to be here, like usual, coming back to see you. I hope we will share some information, some interesting information, data and advice together today. And so my talk will be about Sauvignon and its clonal development programs in France. As you can see, something happened up in Atlantic Ocean. I don't know really what's going on, but so actually I'm working at Montpellier Supagro, which is the University of Montpellier, and also I share my time with IFV, which is an organism coming from the fusion between ANTAV and ITV. So IFV is Institut Français de la Vigne et du Vin. And I would like to associate some people to my presentation because they helped me to do it, like Laurent Audeguin and Virginie Grondin from IFV. Laurent Audeguin is working in Montpellier, and I'm sure you know him because we're involved in the trademark Antavin-Loire. And Virginie Grondin is working in Loire-Vallée. And I would like also to associate Dominique Forget from INRA Bordeaux, and Michel Badier from Chamber of Agriculture in Loire-Vallée, Marie-Catherine Dufour from Chamber of Agriculture in Bordeaux area, and Bernard Genevet from the Chamber of Agriculture in Languedoc. So the first part of my presentation, in the first part of my presentation, I will present some general data about Sauvignon in France and in the world, and then I will approach its clonal program in France. To start, it's traditional to consider the historical data, and in France the first mention of Sauvignon appears in the second part of the 16th century with the king under the king of Henri IV. The main synonyms used in France, you see, the name of the cultivar in France is Sauvignon alone, compared to here, which is usually, the name is usually Sauvignon Blanc, but in France it's Sauvignon alone, as I don't know really why. But the main synonym we can be found are Blanc Fumé in north of France, in Sancerre, for example, Fier, also in Loire-Vallée. So Sauvignon Blanc, Sauvignon jaune or yellow, and Sauvignon Vert. But at the beginning, Sauvignon Vert is a real synonym of Sauvignon. And now it's a little bit more complicated because some people confuse this name with Muscadel here in California, and also with Sauvignonas or Tokai Friulano in Chile. So Sauvignon Vert is a little bit confusing. And to end, the other synonym used in Henri I's time was Surin in France. Concerning the origin of Sauvignon Blanc, if you look in the old ampelography books, most of the different authors do not take any decision or any choice concerning the real location of origin of the cultivar, and usually they say that it comes from center of France or Loire-Vallée, that is to say Sancerre or Touraine, for example, or they hesitate with a possible origin from southwest of France, mostly Bordeaux area. So up to now, it's difficult to know really if at the beginning Sauvignon Blanc appeared in Loire-Vallée or in southwest of France. If we consider the genetic origin of the Sauvignon, due to the result obtained with DNA analysis and more especially some molecular marker like microsatellite, now we are able to see that Sauvignon is a seedling of another cultivar which is called Savagnin from Jura area, and Savagnin is now begin to be more international, as it has been confused with Albarino in Australia 2 years ago. As you can see, Savagnin is a very old cultivar in France, more or less as old than Pinot, maybe. And it has been a very important genitor. And there is a lot of cultivar which are seedling of Savagnin. As you can see on this slide, for example, you can see that Chenin in France is also a seedling of Savagnin. But on the east part, you can see that Veltliner Grün in Austria, is also a seedling of Savagnin. Verdes in the Alps, and in the southwest part of Europe, you can see that Verdelho da Madeira, Portugueser cultivar, is a seedling of Savagnin, and also Verdejo Blanco from Rueda in Spain is also a seedling of Savagnin. This is quite interesting because some people, due to the characteristic of the wine, may compare Chenin and Verdelho da Madeira sometimes. And if you know the wine obtained in Rueda from Verdejo Blanco, there is a proximity of the kind of wine obtained in such area with the wine of Sauvignon. And actually, the common denominator is genitor Savagnin. So we can consider that all these cultivars are sibling or half sibling. I think we can say also stepbrother, for example. If we look at the parentage obtained by Sauvignon, the number of cultivars which coming from Sauvignon are just a few. Of course, the most important one, due to the result obtained by Carol Meredith and John Bowers here 12 years ago, is the Cabernet Sauvignon. And everybody knows now that Cabernet Sauvignon is a cross between Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc. And the other variety which are mentioned on this picture have been obtained by Institute of Research, especially on the right side. Ariloba has been obtained in Bordeaux, at INRA Bordeaux, and it's a cross between Sauvignon and Raffia de Moncade, which is a secondary cultivar from southwest of France. And on the left part, there is a cross obtained in Hungary between Sauvignon and Ars-le-Velu, which is an Hungarian variety cultivar, and which is called Ureti. Now, to complete the Bob presentation, I would like to mention you some the different areas cultivated with Sauvignon in France and in the world. So the acreage in France, as you can see, began to increase a little bit during the 60s, at the beginning of the 60s. And so in 1958 it was about 12,000 acres, and it increased in 68 to more than 20,000 acres. But due to the crisis with the sweet wine in the Bordeaux area, it decreased a little bit during the 70s, and after the curve increased regularly, and is still increasing in France today, to arrive to around 65,000 acres today. Concerning the distribution in the main area in France, you can see that the two most important regions are Languedoc in south of France to make vin de pays, which are now called GPI, Geographical Protected Indication, due to the new regulation in Europe. And so in both regions, Languedoc and Bordeaux, it's around 15,000 to 16,000 acres. The two other following regions are Sancerre and Loire-Vallée, and it's almost balanced around 10,000 acres. And after, the other part in France are much more less important. You can find also some Sauvignon Blanc in all the southwest region, also in Charente, Rhône Valley, and a little bit in Provence. What's about the other countries? So concerning the Sauvignon, the most important country after France is New Zealand, and it's about 35,000 acres in 2008. The second one after is South Africa. The data are from 2007, and it's about 23,000 acres. And the level in South Africa is more or less the same than in Chile, with 22,000 acres. After you can see two other countries like Australia and here in the United States, and more especially in California, around 15,000 to 17,000 acres. And then you can find some country in Central Europe or Eastern Europe like Ukraine, Romania, about 10,000 to 13,000 acres. And then the other countries are less important. For example, in Italy, 8,000, Argentina, 5,000, and other countries between 1,000 and 2,000 acres. You can see that Austria, curiously, has a vineyard of Sauvignon with 1,500 acres, and India, 2 years ago, was about 1,200 acres. If we add all the other countries which have no statistics available and which can be estimated to 17,000 acres, we can see that in the world it's almost 242,000 acres. That means that now Sauvignon Blanc, or Sauvignon, is at the 10th row cultivar in the world. Behind Uni Blanc or Trebbiano Toscano, which represent around about 383,000 acres, and just before Pinot Noir with 210,000 acres. For comparison, its main competitor, I would say, is Chardonnay, of course, and you can see that Chardonnay is almost twice than Cabernet than Sauvignon, with 440,000 acres at the 7th row. So now a few words about the characteristic, empirographical characteristic of the Sauvignon to know him and to be able to recognize it. First, the shoot tips present a high density of prostrate hairs, and the young leaves of Sauvignon are usually yellow with light brown spots sometimes. The shoots are really characteristic of Sauvignon because of the color, the green color of the shoot. There is no anthocyaninic pigmentation. So all the shoots are green, but also the nodes, the internodes, the petiole, and also the tendrils are green. So no pigmentation. Concerning the leaves, the blade is bullate. Maybe bullate is not a very common word, so we can say, I think, also a bumpy upper leaf surface. So it's a medium bullate blade. And the thing which is really characteristic is that the blade is twisted on the margin. We can say also curly or ruffled along the edge. And the teeth are medium and round or convex. The teeth of Sauvignon Blanc are very close to the teeth of... What's happened? Hibernating? Really? So I was saying that the teeth of Sauvignon are very close to the teeth of Chenin, and it's come to the fact that they have the same parent. Concerning the cluster, usually the cluster of Sauvignon are small to medium, very dense, and the thing which is characteristic is that the peduncles of the cluster are very short, so the cluster look to be stick to the shoot, so very close to the shoot, and it's something quite characteristic of Sauvignon. The berries are small, and the shape of the berry are mostly ellipsoidal or elliptic. Concerning the phenology, The bud break of Sauvignon is considered to be medium to medium late. That means that it's about 8 days after Chardonnay. And concerning the maturity, of course, it can be very variable to the condition and the training system, but usually it's considered like a second period cultivar, and it's about 1 week after Chardonnay. So to be a little bit to have a later maturity than Chardonnay can be interesting if we think to an evolution of the climate and if the climate become warmer in the future. So it can be positive for Sauvignon compared to Chardonnay in some places. About the shoot attitude, Sauvignon has a semi-erected to erected shoot attitude, and in relationship with this erected shoot attitude, we can see that the Sauvignon has a very short, to very short internodes, and by consequence, you have usually with the development of the laterals, you can have a very high density of the foliage, as you can see on this picture. Even if the leaves of Sauvignon are of small to medium size only, but the number of leaves is very important with this cultivar. And so the thing which is very important, as you know, is that Sauvignon is a very high vigorous cultivar. So about the training system, the aim is to manage the vigor of the cultivar. And so usually in France, we consider that during the first year, that means to the five or six first year, you need to make a generous pruning to have a good expression of the potential of the cultivar. So after it's easier to manage the vigor and to control the vigor when the plants become older. So you can also you have to control also the number of shoots per meter to improve the microclimate with disbudding, for example. And you can also improve the microclimate of the cluster with leaf removal. But these techniques, you have to manage these techniques because the consequence on the aroma can be important. So it's important to improve the microclimate of the cluster, but you need also some shade on the cluster. If not, the aroma decreases a lot. Concerning the nutrients and the water requirements, Sauvignon is susceptible to nitrogen. Actually, Sauvignon needs a well-balanced supply of nitrogen because if the level of nitrogen is too low, there is also a consequence on the aroma, and the aroma decrease. So you have to pay attention when you have some with the weed control, or if you grow grass between the row with this cultivar. Concerning the water, the same thing. Sauvignon need a well-balanced supply, and you have to avoid stress as well as excess of water. Concerning the soil adaptation, Sauvignon is adapted to, I will say, to intermediate fertility soils. In France, we can find three important kinds of terroir. The most important one in France is limestone soil, but you can find different kinds of soil. You can find some soft lime, marls, stony soils, clayed and lime soils, and also flint clay in Sancerre area. But Sauvignon gives also very good wine on sandy and light texture soils. And in Bordeaux area, you can find Sauvignon also on gravel and acid soils. Concerning the rootstocks, the traditional advice in France is to work to control the vigor, of course, and the advice is more or less Riparia Gloire and 3309 in the acid soils. And if you have limestone soils, you can use, so the advice is to use 420A or 16949 Couder. But these are the traditional advice. But if you look in the vineyard and in the practice, in the reality, you can see it's not really the same compared to the advice. And here you have the statistic from France Agrimer, which is the organism which replaced Viniflor now. And you can see that last year, so in 2009, 14 million of plants have been produced on Sauvignon in France. 99 were certified material, and it was the third variety grafted last year in France, and the second white variety behind Chardonnay. And as you can see, 2 rootstock represent 50% of the production with Sauvignon. The first one is SO4, which is not a weak rootstock, as you know, and the second one is Swiss 309, which is a very good rootstock for Sauvignon, especially in Bordeaux area and Loire Valley as well. After you find the Fercal, well adapted to the limestone soils, 110 Richter for the plantation in south of France, 10114 in Bordeaux area with Guavzac for acid soils, and after you can find again 41B for limestone soil, and rootstock for south of France, 140 Ruggieri and 1103% for dry condition. So, but you can see that the 3 main rootstock for Sauvignon actually are today SO4, Swiss 309 for acid soil and more quality, and Fercal for limestone soil. Concerning the other behavior and cultural traits of Sauvignon, of course, there's some problem with disease and insect with this cultivar. Sauvignon is especially susceptible to powdery mildew, as you may know, and it is also very susceptible to bunch rot and root disease, SK, Etipa, dieback, for example. That's the main concern with this cultivar. So, to summarize and for general comments, I will say that Sauvignon is a quite technical demanding cultivar, and it needs a balanced condition. I will say neither too much nor too not much, and the vigor control is certainly the main key point for Sauvignon. About the type of wine which can be obtained with Sauvignon, so in France now the most important kind of wine is a very dry wine. You will taste some wine at the end of my talk, but in the past, and it also can be used with blend to obtain sweet wine in the Bordeaux area. Usually it's blend with Semillon, but it can be also blend with some other cultivar. And sometimes it was used with in the past with some red one to bring more acidity to some red wine and for the conservation of the color. About aromas, there have been aromas of Sauvignon has been widely studied in Europe and in the world. And we know now that this aroma are due to some molecules, like thiol molecules. And the particularity of these molecules is that they are susceptible to copper. So the advice in France is to not use copper after veraison, because it decreases the quantity of aroma in Sauvignon. So when you have trouble with downy mildew, so you have to try to use some other things at copper. So it's difficult for the people which are in organic system. And the other kind of molecule are methoxypyrazine, which give more vegetative aromas. This molecule decreases with ripening and with high temperature, and especially if the clusters are in the sun. The different aromas of Sauvignon are very complex. So usually in France we are looking for some blackcurrant bud. I don't know if the bud have a taste, but the people from enology say blackcurrant buds. Boxwood, broom, figs, and as already said by Bob, citrus fruit, passion fruit, strawberry, flint, I don't know if we say like that, we can say rifle stone or mineral, and some grassy aroma like aspergillus as well. And so according to the terroir and according to the training system and the management, you can find this different aroma, and more aroma you have, more better is the wine, of course. To end with the general presentation of Sauvignon, I would like to show you a few variants of Sauvignon. We have one in our collection, we have one Folia mutant. You can see it, so the leaves are completely deformed, but it's not used in the industry, and the fertility is very poor. The most important mutant is, of course, the Sauvignon Gris, or Sauvignon Grey, and we will be able to test someone with the clone 917. But you may know also that there is a Sauvignon Rouge or red. It's between grey and black, you see. But this mutant is not, for the moment, it's not used in the commercial vineyard. So now I will arrive to the second part of my presentation concerning the clonal development programs in France. The main objective of the clonal selection was to obtain first clone which were healthy and true to type and corresponding to the standard features of the cultivar, and clone with a good production regularity and a good yield level. So these clones have been obtained at the beginning of the clonal selection program in France. So the first year, actually, so it was 40 years ago, between 1970 and 75. And very quickly, the second generation of clone appeared between 76 and 87. In this second generation of clone, you can find some clone with lower production, more aromas, earlier maturity, and less susceptible to bunch rot, and we try to improve in general the clonal diversity. So these two generations provide us today 20 certified clones in France. So 5 of them are coming from Sancerre and Quincy area, so center of France. These clones are 107, 159, 160, 530, 619. 8 are coming from Touraine, that means Loire Valley, 240, 41, 42, 297, 376, 77, 78, 79, and 7 are coming from Bordeaux area, 108, 161, 316, 317, 531, 905, 906. What are the importance of these different clones today in France? So here you have the statistic concerning the acreage of increased block, and you can see that the 4 main clones represent more than 55% of the potential. In these 4 clones, we can find 108, which is really popular, 316, which is important, but which present a problem with leaf roll type 2, 242, which is also important, and 297. After the other clones are less important. You can see that 159 with almost 10 acres of increased block, 317 which has also leaf roll type 2, and the other ones are less important. We try to develop now 905 and 906, but you can see that the increased block are small for the moment. So now I would like to present you a few experimental results from 4 plots in France. The first one is located in Loire-et-Cher, that means in Touraine, so in Loire Valley. It's on acid soils, and the rootstock is 3309. And here you have the average on 3 years. And you can see that the 530 presents the lowest production per vine, about 2.5 kilogram per vines, compared to 242, which is the most productive in this plot, with 3.3 kilogram per vine. If you look at the sugar content or alcohol, you can see there is 1 degree of difference between the lowest level with 160, with the clone 160, and the highest with 530, which is 10.4% of alcohol. If you look at the other parameter, you can see also that the 242 in this plot has the biggest cluster, and 316 the smallest one. And concerning the acidity and the pH, I'm sorry, the acidity is in sulfuric, so usually you use tartaric reference, so you have to multiply by 1.5, I'm sorry. And so you can see that the 242 presents the lowest acidity, and 317 the highest. So 8.7 in sulfuric. That means it's about 13, I think, in tartaric. The pH vary to 3.2 for the clone 317 to 340 for the clone 530. So in this plot, so you can see that the less productive and the more ripened clone is 530. The second plot is located in Ardèche. Ardèche is in south of France, between Languedoc and Rhône Valley. This is on quite fertile and limestone soil for production of Venpei. The rootstock is SO4, and the average is on 4 years. And on this plot, you can find again the clone 530, which present more alcohol than the other one. And concerning the alcohol, the lowest are the clone 108 and 317 with leaf roll type 2. Concerning the production, in this experimental plot, the more productive was 159 compared to the less productive, which was 108. About the cluster, were the biggest with clone 316 with leaf roll type 2, and the smallest cluster was with 108 clone, and the result were related to the weight of the berry as well. So the smallest berry has been obtained with 108 and the biggest one with 316. On this plot, the susceptibility to bunch rot has been observed, and the thing which is quite interesting is to see that the clone 297 present less susceptibility than the other one, and is due to looser cluster than the other one. Always in this plot, concerning the acidity, you can see that, like in the former plot, you can see that 242 presents the lowest TA compared to 316 and 317. And you have a good correlation in that case between TA and pH, and the pH. The third experimental plot come from Bordeaux area in Côte de Blaye, that is in a location in northwest part of Bordeaux. It's an acid soil, and the rootstock is graph sac, and it's the notation of observation on 5 years. So on this slide, you can see the weight of the cluster and the number of cluster per vine, and you can see that again 242 has the biggest cluster compared to 108, and also 906 and 904, and also 917, which is Sauvignon Gris. Okay. Concerning the sugar content and the yield per vine, so you can see there is one part of the clone which are 917, the Sauvignon Gris, 906 and 905, has a lower yield per vine, so lower fertility and productivity compared to the other one. And then 242 is a more productive one. And concerning the sugar content of the alcohol, you can see that the Sauvignon Gris present a higher content of sugar compared to the other one. In this plot, we measure also the susceptibility to bunch rot or to Botrytis cinerea, and we find a significant difference between these three clones and the other one, which have been compared in this plot. And so we can say that in this plot, 905, 906, and 917 are less susceptible to Botrytis than the other one, which is really interesting for France. Concerning the acidity and the weight of the berry, again we find on this plot that 108 presents the smallest berry compared to 316 and 317. And about acidity, the lowest acidity is always obtained again with 242 compared to 317, which presents the highest acidity. The last experimental plot we have in France for Sauvignon is located in Languedoc, and it's in a dry condition to obtain 20 pays, the rootstock in 110 Richter. And we compare, it's quite a big experimental plot with 14 clones, and we compare all these clones during during six years. So the main results on this plot are the following. The following one. So concerning the fertility, the more fertile clone were 905, 619, and 241 in this plot, compared to 917 and 151, which present the lowest fertility. And about the alcohol, the highest degree have been obtained with the clone 906, which is in blue here. So 906 presents the highest degree, and it was close to 917 and also 905, 530, and 159. In the opposite, 619 present a very late maturity, which can be interesting in the future if the climate is getting warmer. And also 108, 240 and 242 present a lowest degree of alcohol. Concerning the testing have been done 2 years in 2004 and 2005. And from all the clones, 906 has been the most appreciated clones. Then following the 917, so Sauvignon Gris, and 905. The clone 377 and 530 present typical aroma of boxwood, which is on this diagrams, which is presented on this diagram. So to summarize this result, so we can say in this plot that the lower fertility have been obtained with 917, the higher fertility with 619, 241 and 905. Concerning the size of the cluster, so Sauvignon Gris 917 presents a smaller cluster, and the bigger cluster have been obtained with 377, 159 and 905. So the higher production have been obtained with more or less the same clone, so 377, 905, and the lower fertility have been obtained, the lower production, have been obtained with Sauvignon Gris, 151, 530, and 906. So to conclude with this plot, with this experimental result, the quality of the wine, concerning the quality of the wine, so 906 has been preferred in 2004 and 2005. It was more aromatic, and 905 and 917 were also full and round in 2005. If I summarize all this result, we can obtain such a presentation. You can see on this diagram the fertility, the potential of fertility of the clone and the weight per bunch. So you can see that some clones are very fertile with a big cluster. These clones are 160, 107, 161. They are not very well known, but they are not very important in France, but they present this characteristic. And in the opposite, you can see that 530 has the lowest fertility and the smallest clusters. 906 is more or less in the same category than 530, but with a medium fertility. Concerning the potential of sugar, the sugar content and the level of production, you can see also that the 530 presents the highest quantity of sugar, the higher degree of alcohol, and is close to 906, and also 159, 905, and 242 are also in the higher part of the plot. So, for the most important clone developed in France, we can say that clone 108 is quite aromatic clone and it gives typical wines. It is still very appreciated for its agronomical behavior, and it has been selected in Bordeaux area. Clone 159 is aromatic, sometimes a little bit heavy wine, especially if it's grown in south of France. This clone comes from Sancerre. And clone 242 give well-balanced and typical wines when yield is controlled, because it's a quite productive clone. But if the terroir is good, it gives very good and aromatic wines. 297 give also typical wines with loose clusters or bunches, which is important for the susceptibility to bench rot. So 316 and 317 have been tested positive for leaf roll type 2. 530 is a clone which presents the earliest maturity, and is a little bit susceptible to bunch rot because the clusters are very compact, very dense. And the clone 905 and 906 present earliest maturity, good tolerance to bench rot, and are usually very aromatic and give full and balanced wines. So we try now to develop this clone in France. So the last part of my talk will be, if I have time, I don't know, will be concerning the new development. So this new development for clonal selection begin after the first and the second generation of a clonal selection program. It will be short.
Jean-Michel, I need to say a few things before you start the tasting.
Okay.
Just before you start.
Okay. So the first step of this new development begin with the establishment of a local repository which represents the diversity of the clone. We begin to work in this way at early 19th. And so now we have 3 repositories in Loire Valley, one in Montreuil-Bellay, which concern Sauvignon Blanc and Sauvignon Gris, with 214 clones or accessions. Another one in France, which is in Touraine also. This repository has been established in 2001, and it represents 200 clones or accession. And the third one is between Loire Valley and Charente, and concern Sauvignon Gris, And we can find in this repository 54 different accession of Sauvignon Gris or clones. To complete this local repository, there is also repositories maintained in INRA station. So one in Bordeaux, in Coins Estate, which has been established in 1990 with 80 clones. We have some selection, some accession in Vassal, in Domaine de Vassal collection, 21 clones of Sauvignon Blanc, Grey and Red, and also IV repository maintain 55 clones, including the 20 certified clones. So that means actually in France there is about 600 different accession, which represent the diversity of this variety, and which are held in the different repository in France. So the second step of this new development, which began in 1990, is the use of this repository for the next clonal development program for the future clones. And the first experimentation begin on INRA repository, so in Bordeaux, in Coins Estate, on the 80 clones which are maintained in this repository. 53% of these clones are coming from Bordeaux area, as you can see on this slide, and 45 are coming from Loire Valley and Sancerre. So you have quite a good representation of the diversity of Sauvignon in France in this repository. And the idea was to study the precursor of aroma and to try to apply this analysis for the selection of the future candidate clone. So this analysis have been done in 2001 and 2003, and they analyze two molecules. So the 3 mercaptohexane 1-ol and the 4 mercapto 4-methylpentane 2-1 with HPLC and mass spectrometry to identify the molecules. And they treat this result with agronomical behavior by principal component analysis. And they obtain a representation of the diversity of the clone of Sauvignon. And they were able to define 4 different groups of clones according to the quantity of precursor, but also to the quantity of sugar, acidity, and the weight of the size of the berries as well. And so they define 4 groups. The 3 most important groups or more interesting group are group 1, 5, and 2, which present a higher concentration in precursor aroma. But they decide to sample in all the groups because, for example, in group 4 you can find clones with more acidity, and it can be interesting in the future if the climate becomes too warm in Bordeaux area or in Loire Valley. So among the 80 clones maintained in the repository, they selected 18 clones in the 5 groups to establish a study collection for a deeper evaluation of agronomical and technological traits and to do some microvinification. So among these 18 clones, 11 are from Gironde and 7 from Loire Valley. And the plantation of the plot have been done in 2006, and the first notation and observation will be this year. And so we expect in 5 years to be able to present new clones for the certification program in France based on the potential of aroma and the highest diversity. So to conclude, we can say that Sauvignon is now in the world top 10 grapevine cultivars. The maintenance and the preservation of the intravarietal diversity, so the clonal diversity, has been a priority in France from 20 years now. The actual certified clones provide a good diversity in terms of time of maturity, yield, aromatic potential, and susceptibility to bunch rot. But the future selection will be based on the use of the repositories and on the analysis of aroma. aromas precursor to get a higher diversity and higher standard because higher standards are required now.
I'm going to repeat the question. The question was that there are clones from particular areas of France, and if you select the clones in one area, do you find that they do just as well in another area?
We cannot say that they are doing just as well in the other area, but usually the potential is maintained, you see, it's conserved. That means if you use, for example, the clone 530, which has been selected in north part of France, and which present a very early maturity and a low productivity, and it give wine with a lower acidity. If you transfer this clone in south of France or here in California, you will obtain a low productivity, a low production, but also a more heavy wine, with low acidity, more sugar, more alcohol. So. Of course, if you want to do the best, you have to try the interaction between the clone and the environment. But I think in most of the case, the classification concerning the yield potential, the sugar potential, the size of the cluster is maintained from one part to the other part. Okay, but after sometimes you want to go in the same way than your climate. Sometimes you want to make something different. So if you are in a warm climate, maybe you will prefer some clone with more acidity to try to balance the effect of the climate. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. You're emphasizing the 905 and 906 for future development. Are you recommending that everywhere in France?
Yes, for the moment, we recommend everywhere in France because the first plot that I present you was in south of France, and 906 was the best one in this plot. So according to this result, now we are promoting this clone also in south of France. Yeah.